Hello everyone, warm greetings to all of you watching this video module. In this session, I shall be talking to you about healthy eating habits and behaviors to be adopted for leading a healthier life to prevent lifestyle disorders. Being in good health is the most important requirement of each and every individual. As students who are pursuing a paramedical course, be it nutrition or nursing or any other course in general, you need to be aware of how important a healthier lifestyle is and what are the do's and don'ts of the same. When we adopt healthier lifestyle practices during our young productive years, we can be assured that we have a good quality life in the later years to come. So it is our responsibility to know what healthy eating habits and other healthy lifestyle management practices are and to adopt it in our own life and also teach others around us the same so that we create a healthier community. So, therefore, in this presentation, we shall be talking very briefly about what encompasses a healthier lifestyle, what are the components of healthy lifestyle management, and how do we adopt it in our life. The objectives of the session are mainly to create and enhance awareness among the adolescent students regarding healthy eating habits and its importance in their lives, and also to enlighten the students on the holistic approach to healthy lifestyle management. A healthy lifestyle management includes several components: the diet itself, physical activity, and also other mental relaxation techniques for stress management. I commence with a wonderful saying by our father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi ji. It is health that is real wealth and not pieces of gold and silver. According to the definition given by World Health Organization, health is the state of complete physical, social and mental well-being. It is not the absence of disease or infirmity. It is this definition of health that each one of us should be striving to achieve by adopting healthy eating and lifestyle practices. Human body requires balance in several components to stay healthy. One is the diet itself, the food that we eat, the amount and type of food, the physical exercise, the frequency and intensity, the amount of time we spend in physical activity, be it a conditioned program, as we call it exercise, or any other physical activity that keeps our body in movement. And mental relaxation techniques, including proper and adequate sleep. When there is an imbalance in these parameters, our body becomes more and more vulnerable to develop the so called lifestyle disorders such as obesity, diabetes mellitus, cardiovascular diseases, and so on. Unhealthy diet, lack of physical activity, extreme stress, improper health habits like smoking, excessive alcohol consumption, drug abuse, and even inadequate sleep, insomnia, as we call in medical terms, may attribute to these illnesses. All of our improper eating and lifestyle habits make us more and more prone to develop lifestyle disorders in later stages of life. And the most common reason for many of these lifestyle diseases is obesity, being more than what we should ideally weigh. Obesity is the proven cause for several lifestyle diseases that we see which are in rampant these days. Lifestyle disorders include obesity. Obesity is the medical term that we give when a person is more than what he or she should ideally weigh. And this more is more than the standard given. It is not just looking at a person who is fat. It is by scientifically calculating something called the body mass index, BMI. So using a person's height and weight, we calculate how much the person for his or her given age and gender actually weigh. And when they are more than the standard, then we term them as overweight and obesity based on the grades which they get. Coronary artery diseases, systemic hypertension, just to name a few, stroke, cancer, liver diseases, nephritis, and other kidney related conditions. What should be our management targets? So, how will we be able to live a healthy life? What does this healthy lifestyle management target? There are several components that we should address. One is the physical component, the physical spectrum, which includes mainly the diet. Diet is nothing but the type and amount of food that we consume. And apart from the diet, a very important, crucial concept is physical activity. So exercises and other relaxation techniques will all help us in maintaining our physical dynamics. And not indulging oneself in other improper habits such as cigarette smoking, alcohol consumption, and drug abuse as well. Mental changes or mental balance by adopting and practicing appropriate relaxation techniques. Stress has become a part and parcel of our life today. Be it a student, be it a working personnel, or even a school going child in its initial years of life. Everybody has certain stresses that they have to overcome in their day to day life. To cope up with those day to day challenges and stresses of life, one has to practice the appropriate relaxation techniques, get adequate sleep at night. Insomnia or being deprived of proper sleep is a growing concern of so many people today. So, being in good health, having proper relaxation techniques in hand to cope up with all the challenges of life will definitely help us overcome conditions like insomnia, which in turn, over the chronic period, can definitely deprive our health status. Environmental changes, obviously, clean home, clean surroundings, and better social and public interactions in the community will help us lead a stress free environment, which will help us achieve another milestone in the healthy life. Socioeconomic changes such as the environment that we have at home, office, social gatherings. So, what is that in diet that we are concentrating or focusing about? Diet is the prescribed balanced diet that one must be taking according to their given age, gender, and other physical activity regimen. The diet should be realistic, flexible, and should take into consideration the patient's preferences. So, every person should be consuming what we call an optimum balanced diet, a diet which has nutrients which their body requires in adequate amounts. Now, how do we understand this concept of balanced diet? So, we have the concept of food pyramid, which helps us in understanding the concept of a balanced diet. The term itself tells us, right? Balanced diet. So, the word balance here refers to the adequacy of nutrients, various nutrients that we should be taking through our diet. So, we have a pyramid shaped illustration which explains to us the concept of food pyramid. The pyramid is pointed at the apex and broader at the base. The sections in the pyramid refer to the different types of food groups which a person should be eating in their day to day meals. The broader base of food items is a reflection that we should be eating more of these food groups but in adequate amounts. And the as the pyramid as we walk through the pyramid towards the apex, we see that the food groups, uh, fruits and vegetables, dietary product, sorry, dairy products, meat, and all, to be consumed in lesser amounts, also in adequate amounts, and this is how we relate to the food pyramid. Now, at the base, you see grains, cereals, and the products of cereals to be consumed in definite servings. Okay, so the servings are mentioned 6 to 11 servings per day, and fruits and vegetables 3 to 5 servings per day. So, the food pyramid not just tells us the food groups to be consumed, but also the amount of food group to be consumed in every day, in order to be sure that we are consuming a food which has all the essential nutrients that our body requires. So, the healthy eating pyramid is a simple visual guide to the types and proportion of foods that we should eat every day for good health. A more simplified concept to understand is the my plate concept, the eat well plate concept. So, food pyramid tells us that in a 24-hour day period, the amount of food to be consumed from each food groups. For example, the fats and oils, the last portion of the food pyramid at its apex is pointed. The proportion of the pyramid there is very small, which means oil, salt, and sugar and other processed food should be taken in very less quantities, 1 to 2 servings per day. Now, these are the ways by which you understand my pyramid. Now, eat well plate concept is when you sit for eating your meal, you have to look at your plate, and the way to make sure that you are consuming a balanced diet is by ensuring that proportions of your plate are occupied by different products from the various food groups. Now, as you look at this plate shown here, you have portions allotted for cereal and cereal products, more than equal portion for fruit and vegetables, a little proportion of the plate which occupies food from the protein rich meat, non vegetarian meat, fish, and milk products, dairy products as one of the proportions of the plate, food and drinks high in fat or in sugar have to be occupied by a lesser portion. So, this is a simplest concept to be understood. So, looking at the food pyramid, we can understand what food groups to be eaten in what quantities per day. The eat well or the my plate concept tells us how to eat every meal of the day. So, when we sit to eat a meal in the day, we should look at the plate and make sure that your plate is covered with food items from all of these food groups in the adequate proportion. For example, you should make sure that on your plate, food and drinks which are high in fat, high in oil, high in sugar, consume the least portion, the smallest portion of your plate. And fruits and vegetables, salads, or uh, healthy preparations made of vegetables, boiled vegetables, steamed vegetables, and so on recipes cover more than half of your plate. And bread, rice, and other cereal products cover around half of the plate. So, this is an easier concept to understand when it comes to achieving the target of eating a balanced meal every day. So, this is another picture of the healthy eating plate concept. So these are the proportions of food that one should be consuming from the plate every day. Fruits and vegetables are the functional foods which may not give us energy but are rich in vitamins and minerals and antioxidants which have several regulatory functions in the body. So they're great source of antioxidants, vitamins and minerals. So we should make sure that we consume multiple fruits and vegetables in the right form every day. Okay, we cannot overcook fruits and vegetables and eat, because overcooking will tend to deplete the fruits natural vitamins and minerals. So fruits and vegetables, the right form to be taken every day to prevent constipation, and their high fiber content not just helps in regulating bowel movements but also several other scientifically proven observations. They help us reduce cholesterol, they help us reduce the risk of several lifestyle disorders, especially cancer, cardiovascular diseases, etc. So, healthier diet and its practice is when you gain understanding of the relationship between health and diet. So, what nutrients are and how to consume them in the right way, drinking plenty of water, and for people who are in their late adulthood and early elderly stages or suffering from any other underlying diseases, using appropriate foods such as using skimmed milk, all that can be adopted. And the simple practice is to make sure that you are using a balanced diet. And by balanced diet, we refer to one which contains the adequate amount of nutrients which will help us in maintaining our body in good healthy status. And how do we do that? By understanding the food pyramid and the my plate concept. So this is what I was telling you in the initial section of the module. We calculate a person's physical parameters and conclude a measurement called BMI, which stands for body mass index. So we use it to grade a person as being in optimum weight or being overweight or underweight. A BMI outside the desirable range of 20 to 25 kilograms per meter square reflects a higher risk of developing health problems. So, like I told you earlier, a person given his age and gender needs to ideally weigh a specific kilograms or pounds, and that is how we compute the BMI using a person's height and weight. The BMI is found to be above this range. A BMI of more than 20 is said to be overweight, and once this crosses the stage, we have grades of obesity: grade 1 obesity, grade 2, grade 3, which is no mild, moderate, and severe obesity. So, our target should be to remain an ideal body weight and be of a BMI lesser than 20 to 25 kg per meter square to ensure that we are in a healthy range of weight. So, a quick presentation on the BMI values. Anything between 18.5 to 24.9 is normal. Kg per meter square is normal. Overweight is anywhere above 25 is overweight. And like I told you, then the grades of obesity start. Apart from diet, another important component of healthy lifestyle is physical activity. Physical activity can be conditioned program like exercise, it can be going to the gym, it can be taking a regular walk, brisk walking, jogging, swimming, etc. The normal domestic chores that we do might not be enough for reducing weight, but to ensure that you are in a constant state of movement, you are not sedentary, you are not idle. Even the normal physical exercises or activity that we do at our homes and our workplaces are fine. Okay, but in order to reduce weight, in order to uh, overcome any weight related issues, we need more than that just physical activity. We need a controlled exercise program. And believe me, regular physical activity has evidenced to guard against several. Prevention is always better than cure, and regular physical activity is a preventing factor for several lifestyle diseases. It reduces the risk of coronary heart disease to half. It helps manage high blood pressure. It reduces the risk of developing diabetes, reduces our blood cholesterol and other triglyceride levels. All these are triglycerides, cholesterol, low density lipoprotein. All these are blood lipid profile parameters. Yes, it strengthens the immune system, it prevents bone loss, it reduces obesity. And when a person is of the ideal body weight and when he is not overweight or obesity, the risk of developing these lifestyle disorders is reduced by half. So, that is a very important benefit. Helps us to manage stress, increases muscle strength and physical stamina. So the benefits of physical activity in our health are endless. So one should make sure that one is not sedentary, not idle. One should always aim at being physically active, be it the normal domestic chores that you are doing or be the controlled exercise program that you undergo. You have to make sure that your body is in constant physical movement every day. And as a beginner, you can try walking, jogging for minimum of 30 minutes for at least 2 to 3 days a week. So that is how we begin. So something is better than nothing. So as a person who's physically inactive, your aim should be to walk briskly for at least 30 minutes for at least 2 to 3 times a week. Then you constantly increase your intensity, increase your frequency, you keep changing the type of exercises that you do, starting from endurance to cardio to strength training. And that is how we gradually progress in our physical activity regimen. A 30-minute brisk walk, jogging, cycling, 2 15 minutes burst may be just as effective. Okay, so all of us do not have the chance to hit the gym. It doesn't mean that you have to be a person going to gym every day to remain physically active. No, like I just mentioned, a brisk walking, jogging for 30 minutes at least 3 days a week will do. And always make sure that you know the best ways to cope up with stress. That is also very important part of healthy lifestyle. Now, stress management techniques can be highly individual. Some might like meditation, some might like singing and dancing. So whatever relieves you of the stress. Some might also feel talking to a friend stress relieving technique. So you have to analyze for yourself what you like in order to forget or overcome the stresses that you are facing in life. So practice a technique that helps you to alleviate the stress that you happen to have every day in your life. Adopt that individual practice and make sure that you are able to come across these challenges. And that is again a very important relaxation technique. So, in summary, healthy lifestyle can be achieved through our own health behaviors that we choose to incorporate. Yes, so it doesn't mean that you don't have to, you should not be eating out. No. When eating out, we have to make the wise food choices. Yes, so instead of going for a deep fried food, I can go in for a healthy salad or a sandwich as a snack. So make the wise food choices, be aware of what goes into the food, read the food packets labeling, look for the nutrients mentioned, look for the ingredients mentioned there, and make wise choices as consumers. Lifestyle management is all we need to understand and implement for a good quality life. And lifestyle management encompasses good, healthy eating habits, that is, through diet, the nutrients that we consume, proper physical activity, and also adopting stress management techniques. So, in conclusion, healthy lifestyle management is the practices that one does or adopts to make sure that the quality of life that he or she is living is a good and better one. I will again reinforce the definition of health. Health is the state of complete physical, mental, and social well being. Physical, we take care through our diet and physical activity. Social, through our interactions, how we analyze our relationship with others. And mental, by following proper relaxation techniques. Thank you for watching this video. Hope I have given you a brief outline of healthy behavior and lifestyle management. Thank you.